15A.
A vowel sound that may be difficult to pronounce is the as in good. This vowel is often confused with the long U as in to, because it is often spelled the same way. The vowel sound in good is a shorter, more relaxed This sound is made by moving your lips like for ooh, but the vowel is looser and your mouth is more open. Now shorten the process even more. Let's try some words.
Good. Could. Should. Would. Hood. Look. Took. Book. Cook. Soot. Foot. Wood.
Now try comparing this sound with the oo as in to.
Cooed. Could. Wooed. Would. Shooed. Should. Kook. Cook. Pool. Pull. Fool. Full. Hood. Hood. Suit. Soot. Luke. Look.
Let's try some sentences.
1. You look good today. 2. Beth took a good book to school. 3. Who pushed the cook? 4. What would you like to cook tonight? 5. You should clean the soot on your foot. 6. This hood would look good. 15B. Man, I thought this week would never end.
Yeah, here's to Fridays. Bottoms up.
Hey, Ted, isn't that Tina from accounting? In that booth over there?
Where? Oh, yeah, it is. And who's that girl sitting with her?
Wow.
You know, it's been a while since we've spoken to good old Tina. Maybe it's time we said hello to her.
Yeah, good idea. Tina!
Hey, Tina.
We haven't seen you for so long.
Hi guys. What's going on? You just saw me this morning.
Oh, right. Well, we mean outside the office.
Okay. Hi. Oh, Maggie, this is Ted and this is Dale. They work at Northern with me.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello. So what do you guys do at Tina's company? You're in accounting too?
No.
No way. IT.
IT, huh? You're into computers?
Well, not like enough to spend weekends at conventions or anything, but, enough to keep the engines of commerce well-oiled.
So you go and fix problems when people call up with jammed printers and things.
They're actually pretty good at it too.
Yeah, so, Maggie, how do you know Tina?
Oh, we've known each other a long time. We grew up in the same town, went to high school together.
Yeah, we're ancient friends.
So, why are you visiting Tina?
Well,
Hey, there's a street fair this weekend. You gonna be around tomorrow? Do you want to go with us?
Sure.
Great. And maybe some bowling afterwards. Do you like bowling?
Bowling? It's all right.
I think she's more the adventurous type or the rugged outdoors type. I bet you like hiking and camping.
Yeah, actually, I do like hiking and camping. And I really like rock climbing.
Rock climbing? Cool. What else do you do for fun?
I like skydiving, too.
Do you like skiing?
I love skiing and surfing.
Wow, that's great.
Hey, listen, would you guys excuse me for a minute? I'll be right back.
Wow, she's great.
Bowling? You think you're going to grab her attention with bowling?
Oh, listen to you. More the adventurous type, the rugged outdoors.
Okay, listen, studs. I think you're both out of your league.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Well, Maggie's visiting me so we can spend some time together before her big day.
Big day.
She's not...
Yep, she's getting married in a few weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you two just bowled a gutter ball.
15H.
There are plenty of ways to meet new people, make friends, or find love and romance. People typically can meet one another at school, at work, through family or friends, at church, or during a night out on the town. All of these settings bring people together, and sometimes that can result in friendship or love. But there are other, perhaps less traditional ways for people to meet too. A personal ad is one example. Some people who want to make new friends or find new romantic interests put these ads in newspapers. They describe themselves and what kind of a person and relationship they are looking for. If those ads catch someone's attention, then contact is usually made through a P.O. box address. Phone numbers are not exchanged until both people feel comfortable enough to meet in person. And then, if things work out, they can build their relationship in more traditional ways. A singles group is another example. These are groups that are specifically set up for people to meet one another. There are all different kinds of singles groups organized around specific interests, like jogging, hiking, vegetarianism, sports, etc. People join a group that best suits their interests in the hopes that they'll meet like-minded people. The organizations arrange parties, outings, and other kinds of activities so that people can become acquainted. Recently, a new technique called 3-minute dating has sprung up. A meeting is arranged at a restaurant or bar for interested singles. People pair up for only 3 minutes, and in that time get to know one another and see if there's a spark of interest. If there is, longer meetings or dates may follow. And of course, the internet has a role to play in introducing people these days. There are countless clubs on the internet based upon interests that truly cover the spectrum. People can go to websites devoted to certain interests, and there they can join a chat room where they can connect with others and get to know one another through email or instant messaging. This type of contact allows people to interact from all over the country or all over the world. In fact, internet dating has become so popular that almost everyone knows a couple that met on the internet and even fell in love.
16A.
There are a few vowels in American English that cause a lot of trouble for many who want to improve their accent. One of those is a, as in cat. Here are a few examples.
Lab. Have. Last. Pass. Grab. Lack. Fat. Laugh.
This vowel is pronounced by placing the tip of your tongue behind your lower teeth. Now, pull your lips apart and your tongue back. Be sure to keep the tip of your tongue low in your mouth and behind your lower tooth ridge. And notice that this vowel can become rather nasal before n, and ng.
Man. Ram. Hang. Pan. Lamb. Sang. Hand. Band. Lamp.
Try this sound in the following sentences. Be careful to distinguish between the nasal and non-nasal variations of a.
1. Laugh at the man. 2. Relax, don't attack. 3. Mac has some sad friends. 4. How do you manage without Dad? 5. Who had a hand in this? 6. Jack has the knack. 7. The kitchen rack is black. 8. An apple makes a good snack. 9. At last he's come back. 10. At what lab do you work?
16B. I don't know about the new boss, Bagley. He reminds me too much of Connor, the director they hired right before we got downsized.
Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. He had the same poker face. None of us knew what was happening until it happened. I hope the company didn't hire Bagley to do the same sort of job.
Well, I say we should give him a chance. He seems like a real professional to me.
I don't know, Carol. I keep hearing rumors about more layoffs in other divisions. Why would they suddenly get rid of Ferguson, who was here for years, and hire someone new? I can't afford to lose my job right now.
They didn't get rid of Ferguson. She got a promotion.
More like she was put out to pasture, I think. I really think she's on her way out.
You're such a pessimist. No one is going to lose their job.
That's easy for you to say. You've got something to fall back on, since you used to teach. I'd have to live on unemployment.
Well, look on the bright side. Maybe you'll get a nice severance package and be able to sit around doing nothing for a few months with a salary.
I'd rather work for that salary and not have to worry about finding a new job in a few months. I've been on unemployment before and it's no picnic. I could barely make ends meet. I couldn't find a new job for months, and I ended up freelancing. No security, no benefits.
Look, guys, let's not blow things out of proportion. We don't know that the company's going to lay people off. It's just a rumor. We have no real reason to think that they hired Bagley to clean house. The whole company is doing pretty well, and we know for a fact that our division is up.
Well, I hope you're right.
Is this coffee still drinkable?
Oh, Mr. Bagley. Good morning.
Morning, Carol. Jim, Terry. Ed?
Yes, that's right.
Hey, not bad for my second week on the job, right? Oh, you can call me George. I'd prefer that. Mr. Bagley's too formal. Say, Terry, I'd like to talk to you.
Sure. What's up?
I want to get your feedback on creating some new positions. I'd like to hire some people, but I want to make sure we put them where they'll be most effective. You've been in the division for a while, I think, so you must have insight into how things really flow around here.
Okay, sure. I'd be happy to talk to you about that.
Great. Are you free at around 11?
Sure. See you then.
New positions. I guess we're not doing so bad after all.
Yeah. No need to run out and beef up your resume, Terry.
16H.
Office romances often spring up without warning. But if you think about it, they shouldn't come as a total shock. After all, people spend long hours a day together at work, and they spend less and less time socializing outside of their jobs for that reason. In the office, colleagues are often involved in emotional or exciting projects together, and the workplace is now about evenly split between men and women. It's also true that many companies strive to encourage a team-like atmosphere, and this brings people together personally. So it's not surprising that office romances are becoming more and more common. You might even say that all of these factors make on-the-job romances inevitable. Currently, there are debates about how appropriate it is for companies to discourage on-the-job dating. The question is, does it cause so many problems that it should be discouraged, or are there advantages? On-the-job romances can be sticky. There's a greater possibility for jealousy among coworkers. decreased productivity for the two involved, and for others because office gossip may become more appealing than work. What if there's a breakup with bad feelings, or even charges of harassment resulting? On the upside, those involved in office romances may find much greater job satisfaction, which could affect the job satisfaction of others as well. Some people believe that employers should just stay out of their employees' personal lives, period, provided, of course, that everyone is doing his or her job. In the end, is it possible to prohibit the blossoming of love?
17a. There are some consonant clusters that may be more difficult to pronounce than others. Often, this is because they include an L or R. When pronouncing words with clusters, be careful not to place a vowel sound between the consonants that are part of the cluster. Here are some examples of some words with clusters at the beginning that are difficult to pronounce.
String, spread, splendid, scrap.
When practicing these clusters, pronounce them slowly and build on gradually. One technique that helps improve pronunciation of words with 3 clusters is to begin by pronouncing the word beginning with the third consonant in the word, then building backwards, like this.
Ring, tring, string, red, pred, spread, lended, plendid, splendid, wrap, crap, scrap.
Another way to practice words with several consonants clustered together is to say one sound and begin the next before you finish the first sound. Let's try string as an example. As you say the S, bring your tongue up for the T. Then, as you say T, move your mouth into position for the R. Then pull your tongue back into the R sound. Try it. String. One additional cluster that is difficult is THR. This one can also be pronounced by working backwards.
Rill, thrill.
It's especially important to say words with THR slowly. Both TH and R are difficult to pronounce for some students of English. After pronouncing TH, pull your tongue back slowly into the R sound. Try some more words with this sound.
Thrill, thread, three, throttle.
Some final consonant clusters are also difficult to pronounce. Here are some examples.
Curled, large, world, burl, urged.
For the RG ending sound, follow the techniques above, but for RL, place a vowel sound between the R and the L. Try it. Earl, whirled, burl. As you become more comfortable, make that added vowel sound shorter and shorter until it disappears. Here are some more words to practice.
Girl, swirl, swirled, curl, earl.
Now let's put these together in sentences.
1. It was thrilling to meet the 3 girls. 2. It's a very large world out there. 3. The Earl is a splendid fellow. 4. The throttle is working well. 5. Stress the words carefully. 6. Merge onto the freeway slowly. 7. Here is a thread for the bedspread. 8. Try to treat the 3 scraps with care.
17b.
So many things look good. What are you going to get, Glenn?
I don't know yet. My doctor says I have high cholesterol, and he's got me on a low-fat diet, so I have to think about it. Plus, I'm trying to get back in shape, so I should stay away from the carbohydrates.
You're not calorie counting, are you?
No, not yet. But I'm trying to stay away from things that are high in carbs, especially in the evenings.
So no bread or pasta for you tonight.
Whoa. I'm afraid of what my doctor might say. I'm strictly a meat and potatoes kind of gal. I'll probably get the steak sandwich. What about you, Carol?
Actually, I don't eat meat. I'm a vegetarian. And I probably can't have the soup because they usually make soup with chicken or beef broth.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you don't eat meat. But you can't even eat something with chicken broth? It must be hard for you.
Not really. You get used to it.
But isn't it difficult for you to get protein and vitamins and minerals?
No, not at all. There's actually plenty of protein in vegetable sources, especially things like beans and tofu. And plants are full of vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, I read somewhere that there are just a few you have to be a bit careful about, like calcium, but you can get everything you need from plants.
But don't you miss the flavor and variety of meat and fish?
Flavor and variety? I see you've never been to one of Carol's dinner parties. Trust me, if you could cook like she can, you wouldn't miss meat at all.
That's sweet of you to say, Glenn.
Okay, I'm game. So the next time we get together, why don't you cook for us? I'll bring a dessert.
And I'll bring the wine.
Well, sure. I love cooking for people. What should we have?
Something vegetarian, of course, but really interesting and flavorful.
And low fat and low carb.
Maybe some kind of Thai curry. And we can go easy on the coconut milk and the rice.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. I can't wait.
So, have you decided?
We've decided about dinner sometime in the next few weeks, but not about lunch yet.
Could you give us a few more minutes?
Sorry.
Sure. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay, so about dessert.
Wait, we haven't figured out appetizers yet.
17H. A few years ago, the FDA, or the Food and Drug Administration, changed its food guidelines for what people should be eating every day. The old dietary guidelines were divided into 4 groups. They were the meat, milk, fruits and vegetables, and bread and grains group. The guidelines said that you were supposed to eat an equal number of servings from each group. Now the guidelines have divided the food groups into 6 categories. You are not supposed to eat equal amounts from each of the 6 food groups as before. Instead, the FDA recommends that you should make breads and grains the foundation of your diet by eating 6 to 11 servings of bread and/or cereals every day. On top of that foundation, you should eat 3 to 5 servings of vegetables and 2 to 4 servings of fruit per day. Next, you should select 2 to 3 servings from the meat group, which now includes nuts and beans, and 2 to 3 servings from the milk group. On top of this pyramid is fats, oils, and sweets. These are to be used sparingly. The food pyramid represents a radical departure from the old 4-food group guideline. The reason for the change is because a diet rich in whole grains, nuts, fruits, and vegetables, along with a balance of physical exercise, has been found to promote the best health and to prevent diseases such as high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes, certain cancers, and diabetes. So to ensure good health, follow the food pyramid and get plenty of exercise. 18A.
Another type of linking that is also a reduction happens when d, t, s, or z links with words that begin with a y sound. Here are examples of each link.
Would you? Want your? Miss you? He's your?
When a word ends with d and the next word begins with y, The combination of the two sounds changes to a j sound. Would you equals would you. Here are a few more examples to practice.
Should you? Could you? Did your? Had your?
When a word ends with t and the next word begins with y, the combination of the two sounds changes to a ch sound. Want you equals want you. Here are a few more examples of this combination.
Liked you. Write you. Let you. Cut your.
When a word ends with a s sound and the next word begins with y, the combination of the two sounds changes to a sh sound. Miss you equals miss you. Here are some additional examples.
Pass your. This shoe. Face your. Case you.
When a word ends with a z sound and the next word begins with y, the combination of the two sounds changes to a zh sound. He's your equals he's your. Here are a few examples for practice.
His year. Refuse your. These your. Phase you.
Now let's practice some of these in sentences.
1. Should you cut your hair? 2. Could you pass your book over here? 3. This is his year. 4. Is this shoe in this picture? 5. I liked you better with long hair. 6. Are these your children? 7. I couldn't face your mother. 8. I called you in case you forgot. 9. How could I refuse your offer? 10. Will they let you come along?
18B.
Day and Night Health Club, the club to shape you up. How can I help you?
Hi, my name is Elvira Guzman, and I'm calling because I'm interested in learning what programs you have to offer that will help me take off an extra 20 pounds.
Well, you've just taken the best first step because exercise along with proper diet is known to be the best way to lose weight. What you need to do is come in and we'll design a diet and exercise program that's right for you.
Well, actually, I'd like some more information before I take it to the next level.
Of course. Well, what we need to do, besides get you on the right diet, is to get you into an exercise program that includes cardio, strength training, and stretching. And we have some good classes for all of these.
What is cardio?
Cardio is short for cardiovascular exercise, which means you work out hard enough that you increase the oxygen available to your body. That means that your body can work more efficiently. Cardio exercises are aerobic exercises, running, stair climbing, dancing, and the like. Besides helping you control your body fat, cardio, along with strength training and the right diet, can give you more energy and tone your muscles, which actually slims your body. And, oh, there are so many other benefits. You'll be more relaxed, you'll sleep better, and your mood will improve. An exercise program is known to reduce depression and anxiety, too.
Wow, that sounds really good. But I'm really out of shape. I don't think I'll be able to do all those exercises.
Well, the key is to start out slowly and build your way up. And if you think that you might be uncomfortable in classes, you could always have a personal trainer.
What does that mean?
A personal trainer is a coach trained to design an exercise program that's right for you and your fitness level. That way, you wouldn't do more exercise than you're ready for. You won't hurt yourself, and you won't be discouraged.
That sounds good, but it sounds expensive.
You might be surprised. Why don't we set up an appointment for you? An interview won't cost you anything.
Well, okay, if it doesn't cost anything.
Okay, let's see. How's Friday?
18H.
Mark, your blood tests are back and everything looks fine for the most part.
Well, that's a relief. But still, I've just been so exhausted all the time.
Well, I said for the most part. I'm a little bit concerned about your cholesterol. It's pretty high.
It is? Is that related to the way I've been feeling?
It could be. Fatigue might be a result of many factors that aren't related to a particular illness. Stress, sleeping patterns, diet, lack of exercise. And since we've ruled out the illnesses, I think we should take a look at these other factors. With cholesterol like yours, we might consider your diet.
Well, I suppose I could eat better.
Do you get a lot of fiber in your diet?
I'm not sure. What kind of foods have fiber?
Well, grains, oats, certain cereals, for example. It's important to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, too. Try to get 5 servings a day.
And you really think this explains my lack of energy?
It might. It may all be connected. Do you get exercise?
Not really. I joined a gym, but I stopped going because it was too intimidating.
Then start out slowly. Walk every day. Climb the stairs instead of taking the elevator. Go swimming. Soon you'll make physical activity a part of your lifestyle.
I used to be pretty active, but as I got older, I think I slowed down.
That's common, but a proper level of physical activity and a good diet can really turn your life around. You could feel better, look better, and stay healthier.
All right. I suppose it's time to break out the walking shoes. 19A.
Just as speakers of English use contractions and reductions to make pronunciation smoother, they also often drop syllables in certain words. Listen to the following examples.
Interesting. Aspirin. Separate. Chocolate. Family.
The first E in interesting, the first I in aspirin, the first A in separate, the second O in chocolate, and the I in family are all dropped, so that you hear interesting, aspirin, separate, chocolate, and family. Some of the words with dropped syllables have rules to help you remember when the syllable can be dropped. First of all, notice that the vowel that's dropped is never in the stressed syllable. In order for a vowel to be dropped in English, it has to be in an unstressed syllable. Also, if there is an R following a vowel, that vowel before the R is often dropped. This works for the words interesting, aspirin, and separate. Here are some other words that follow this rule.
Temperature. Favorable. Miserable. Laboratory. Favorite. Deliberate. Restaurant. Pleasurable. Elementary. Different.
Another rule that will help you is that words that end in -ly or fully often lose the or in the -ly or fully ending. For example,
Principally. Accidentally. Automatically. Energetically. Awfully.
some other common words follow these rules. For example,
Vegetable. Every. Evening. Family. Usually.
the second E in vegetable, every, and evening are dropped, as is the I in family, and the second U in usually. The word comfortable not only loses the O, but some of the letters are rearranged when the word is pronounced in relaxed speech. Comfortable often sounds like comfortable. Let's try some of these words in sentences.
1. My family usually feels comfortable having guests over. 2. Tommy, you'd better eat every one of your vegetables. 3. Would you like to have dinner with me Wednesday evening? 4. What's your favorite restaurant? 5. Every elementary school is a little different. 6. I feel awfully tired, and I might have a temperature. 7. I accidentally locked the door to the laboratory. 8. You look miserable. I guess your interview wasn't favorable for you. 9. I think you did it deliberately and not accidentally. 10. I automatically turn the TV on every evening. 19b.
I don't understand. We've been waiting for nearly 40 minutes. Isn't this an emergency? I wonder how long accident victims have to wait to see a doctor.
Well, I'm sure there are more serious cases here. I'm just in a little pain.
Mom, stop being so stoic. You really took a tumble.
I suppose so. It does hurt quite a bit, and I can't move my arm at all. I'm starting to feel a bit odd.
Are you going to pass out? That does it. I'm going to see how much longer we have to wait. Well, when I told them you were about to pass out, the nurse said she'd take us right in. Here, let me push you back there. You look really pale.
Here you are. You can go in room 3. See if you can get her in this gown. The doctor will see you next, Mrs. Woods. Just hold on a little longer.
Okay, Mom?
Ooh, it's hard to move.
Hello, I'm Dr. Barad. What happened here?
Well, I was climbing the stairs to my porch, and I must have lost my balance or something.
She fell from the 4th or 5th step, as far as I can tell. She landed on her shoulder, and she's been in a lot of pain. I think she almost passed out in the waiting room.
I apologize again for the wait. We've had our hands a bit full this afternoon after a pretty bad accident involving a few cars. But we don't want you to be in any pain, Mrs. Woods. Let's take a look at that shoulder.
Oh, I feel silly taking your attention away from serious accidents.
This is a serious accident. A fall at your age can be serious.
Do you think it's broken?
It might be. Was there anything to break your fall, Mrs. Woods?
Well, there used to be a lovely bush, but we had to get rid of it a few years ago when the foundation needed some work.
So, no, it was just a grassy patch that she fell on.
Yes, a tumble from a height of a few feet, nothing to break your fall. It looks like your shoulder might be broken, Mrs. Woods. We'll need to get an x-ray to be sure. If it is broken, we can't put a cast on it. You'll have to keep your arm in a special sling, and I'll give you a prescription for a painkiller. Here, you can take her down to the lab for an x-ray. The pharmacy is right next to the lab, so you can get this prescription filled while you're waiting. Take one immediately, Mrs. Woods. It should last about 4 hours, and you'll feel much better.
How often can she take them?
One every 4 hours or so, but no more than 6 in one day, okay? You'll need to see your regular doctor in a couple of days, and call me here at this number if the pain doesn't get better or if you have any other problems.
Thanks.
Thank you, Doctor. Just point me in the right direction.
Oh, I'll get someone to help you with the wheelchair. The aide will show you where to go.
19H.
911, what's your emergency?
Help! My son is choking.
Is he conscious?
Yes.
Good. What's your address, ma'am?
2276 West 35th Street.
What's the closest cross street?
Emerald Road. Please help me. I don't know what to do.
Ma'am, I'm sending the paramedics to you right now. They should be there pretty quickly. What's he choking on?
A piece of hard candy.
How old is your son?
He's 4 years old.
Okay, do you know the Heimlich maneuver?
No, not really.
If he's still standing up, then from the back, wrap your arms around his waist, okay?
Okay.
Then make a fist and place the thumb of your fist against your child's upper abdomen, right below his rib cage and above his navel.
Okay, now what?
Grab your fist with the other hand and press up quickly, but don't squeeze. Just push with your hands.
Nothing happened.
Keep doing it. Repeat it again and again. The candy should come out.
Come on, Jeff. Spit it out. Come on. Oh my God. It came out. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good. Okay, ma'am, the paramedics should be there by now. They'll check him out for you.
Yes, I hear them. They're here now. Come in. He's over here. Thank you once again. You saved my son's life.
No, you did, ma'am. I just guided you.
20A.
Intonation patterns, the ups and downs of voice, are very important in any language. American English has its own rhythm, so let's practice a few common patterns to help you sound more natural. Listen to the following sentence.
We watched as the sky turned from a soft blue to swirling yellows and bright oranges, ending in a dusky gray.
In spite of the poetic language, you probably found it boring to listen to because it was spoken in a monotone. Now listen again to the same sentence.
We watched as the sky turned from a soft blue to swirling yellows and bright oranges, ending in a dusky gray.
Did you find that more interesting? That's because it was more melodic, with ups and downs, which is the usual pattern of English. English gets its rhythm from two main elements: thought grouping and pitch changes. Let's start with thought grouping. Just like many other languages, English tends to break sentences into thought groups, adding short pauses between words that form different groups. Listen to the sentence again.
We watched as the sky turned from a soft blue to swirling yellows and bright oranges, ending in a dusky gray.
Now let's practice with a few other sentences. As you listen, remember that in written language, punctuation such as commas often corresponds to thought groups.
1. Jeremy rode through town like he owned the place. 2. You can make the mashed potatoes. I'll make the gravy. 3. You need to do 3 things: clean your room, put away your clothes, and wash the dishes. 4. I didn't think that you would remember to call me, but you did.
Now let's look at some pitch changes. Pitch changes are created by emphasizing the important words. Here are the most common words to change pitch on:
Adverbs, adjectives, nouns, verbs, question words.
These words, called content words, will put the most drama in your speech. We usually de-emphasize helping verbs, pronouns, and prepositions, but sometimes these little words can be more important. For this exercise, we will focus on adverbs, adjectives, nouns, verbs, and question words. Listen again to this sentence.
We watched as the sky turned from a soft blue to swirling yellows and bright oranges, ending in a dusky gray.
Now, choose one word in each thought group that you think is the key to that thought and give that word the most emphasis. Let's call this word the key word. Often, it is the final content word in each thought group that is the key word.
We watched as the sky turned from a soft blue to swirling yellows and bright oranges, ending in a dusky gray.
Some thought groups will have two key words that are equal in value, so both should be emphasized. Let's try practicing pitch changes and keywords in the same sentences as before, while incorporating the thought groups as well.
1. Jeremy rode through town like he owned the place. 2. You can make the mashed potatoes. I'll make the gravy. 3. You need to do 3 things: clean your room, put away your clothes, and wash the dishes. Four. I didn't think that you would remember to call me, but you did.
Now repeat these sentences, paying attention to thought groups and pitch changes on focus words.
1. When driving in dense fog, turn on your lights and drive very slowly. 2. If you like Latin music, you'll love this CD. 3. Has anyone ever told you that you look a little bit like Jerry Seinfeld? 4. The buses usually come every half hour, but on Sundays they only come on the hour. 5. If you like parades, you should go to the Rose Parade in Pasadena on the 1st of January.
The best way to continue to practice natural American English pronunciation is to listen closely for pauses between thought groups and pitch changes on important words when you listen to native speakers.
20B.
Hello?
Hi, Annie. This is Gabby. How are you?
Gabby, hi. I'm doing well. What's going on? I haven't talked to you for ages.
I know. I've just been so busy with my kids.
I know what you mean. How's Lily doing?
Oh, she's doing great. She's applying for college right now. She's really been pushing herself. How about Trent?
The same. He just took his SATs, so he's looking around right now. He's not sure whether he wants to stay close by for college or go far away.
Yeah, that's always a big question. Listen, Annie, we're going to have a block party on the 23rd. Can you come?
Oh, I'd love to. What should I bring? Where is it?
It's going to be in the park. Yeah, it's a potluck, so you can bring a main dish or salad if you like.
Oh, I have a great salad recipe that I made up myself. I'll bring salad.
Good. I'm going to bring homemade bread, but I'm not making it myself. My mother's making it for me.
So are we going to do anything else besides eat and socialize?
Yeah, we've got some games planned. You know, things like a 3-legged race, horseshoes, frisbee throwing. Maybe we'll get a baseball game going, stuff like that.
A 3-legged race? I haven't done that since high school, but it all sounds so fun. What a great way to get to know some of the neighbors we don't already know.
And we're going to have a no-host coffee bar.
A no-host coffee bar? Oh, I love it.
I know. Isn't it a great idea? Oh, and there's a band, a salsa band, so there'll be some dancing.
A salsa band? I don't know how to dance. I'll just watch everybody else dance.
Don't worry. We got a teacher to come and teach us. We're also going to have a karaoke machine, so we can listen to people sing. Do you like to sing?
Oh, no. I can't carry a note at all. I'm a pretty boring singer. What about you? Can you sing?
I don't think so, but other people say I can. Maybe the karaoke machine will help me see if I really can. Oh, I just remembered. There's going to be someone photographing everybody so we can buy pictures if we want to. It should be a good time all around. I think we're going to enjoy ourselves a lot.
I love this neighborhood. It's such a fun place to live.
20H. In October 2003, people all over San Diego County woke up to an orange haze covering the sky, a thick layer of ashes all over their cars, lawns, and gardens, and an acrid scent of smoke in the air. San Diegans didn't know it yet, but they were in the midst of the largest fire in the history of California. The Cedar Fire, along with two other smaller fires, devastated San Diego and left it shrouded in ashes for well over a week after the fires were under control. Businesses closed for several days, and most schools all over the county shut down for a whole week. Although the weather was warm, residents closed their doors and windows to shut out the dangerous ashes and remained closeted in their homes, riveted to the television to see which direction the fire would turn next. After it was over, nearly 2,000 homes and over 250,000 acres had burned. Thousands of residents were homeless, and many more were unable to return to their homes for days until the air was safe to breathe. But residents all over the county began doing something about it. People formed groups to collect and deliver food and clothing and to lobby public officials for money. Volunteers began piling up sandbags to prevent erosion whenever rain threatened the area. Everyone wanted to help their friends and neighbors in whatever way they could, even offering to let fire victims stay with them until they were able to get back on their own feet. The community of San Diego County pulled together like never before. Margaret McWhorter of Ramona, where the Cedar Fire began, opened her home to Livia Clark, whose home had burned down. She also gave a computer to a local animal welfare worker who had lost his computer and his home. Margaret said she was glad they'd found Livia's cat, too, because so many people had lost all their animals. When questioned further about offering her home to Livia, she said, "They're there, and you just want to do something." Evidently, that was the way a lot of people felt. They knew it could have been them. It just seemed so right to want to do unto their friends and neighbors what they would want done for them if they had been in the same situation.